A good lighting design, a purely good lighting design, is when you don't notice the light. What you see is an incredible space, and it evokes a large amount of emotion when you enter and inhabit that space. I think having flexibility in how it's displayed so that you can adjust it and create different feelings within that space would be really good as well. And that is intrinsic to good lighting design. It's about enhancing the interior design, the architecture, showing that off. Very often, I think if the lighting is the standout feature, if that's grabbing all the attention, unless it's a piece of artwork, I think probably the lighting designer is trying to draw too much attention to themselves rather than enhancing the space and the experience for the user.
So good lighting design can be achieved with different, factors. For example, for me, will be the perfect balance between functional and decorative light. It's also very important that the lighting is seamless to achieve a good lighting design, and all lighting sources are concealed with, for example, no visible reflections. And also a smooth dimming will help to create a good design, but ultimately also a good design is achieved when we do create a perfect ambience, when we do achieve a good balance. You achieve that when you look at a project and everything is seamless and it's just beautifully balanced, and all the lighting aspects do merge together.
Normally speaking, a good lighting design in any environment, an interior one in this case, we use layers of light. So you kind of imagine it if it's a painting. So you're going to put on a base layer of painting, what we call an ambient light, which kind of fill in the space. And then on top of that, you use little highlights to pick out places of interest.
I think a good lighting design is something that is well considered. It's not something that's thrown together. And I think it was the company DPA that sort of coined the phrase, the right light in the right place at the right time. So I think a good lighting design is something that considers the use of the space, the people that use it, and the appearance of the space. And it takes into account all of those different things in order to create a final design.
I think a good lighting design is functional. It makes a place pleasant for people to use and feel good. Yeah, I mean, there is very good lighting design that achieves all these and can also tell you a story.
The slightly political answer should be, if my client says that it's great, then everything is good. And that's what the good lighting is. But I guess really if the users like it, then that's kind of a marker of good lighting design. I guess though, in so many ways, and often is said that if people don't notice it, then it's good. Which is sort of a paradox between doing a really great job and never getting any reward of anyone noticing it. Most of the time, a really well lit space is one that you don't notice, and it just kind of works, and you're not drawing attention to itself. But I think basically that's about being sensitive to the materials, the users, what you're trying to do with the space, the kind of overall narrative of how the different kind of components of architecture and other elements of design are coming together to create a space or a kind of a function for a place.